pons with Pons nuclei and scattered around pathways. Okay, now what we see here, this is now the superior cerebellar peduncle. The most medial part is the central tegmental tract, but most of this is the superior cerebellar peduncle. And on the next slide, we'll see where the peduncle crosses. Okay, here's the superior cerebellar peduncle. And what we see out here are the two pathways now. It's the first time we've really mentioned them, and we can point them out. Next to each other is the medial lemniscus, and out here the spinal thalamic tract. Okay, spinal thalamic tract was just so hard to point out, so indistinct further up, but it lies down to, it's right next to the medial lemniscus. So medial lemniscus here, spinal thalamic tract here, and recall that these are headed to the same nucleus of the thalamus. They're both headed to the VPL, ventral posterior lateral nucleus of the thalamus. Okay, the other pathway up here is the lateral lemniscus. Okay, we really only pointed out in terms of the auditory pathway the dorsal and ventral cochlear nuclei. I pointed out the superior auditory nucleus. Okay, but the auditory pathways eventually all come into this lateral lemniscus. So remember, medial lemniscus, vibration proprioception. Lateral lemniscus, auditory. And where's this pathway headed for? Yeah, eventually the medial geniculate, but first the inferior colliculus. Remember, the inferior colliculus has to do with auditory. So the lateral lemniscus will synapse in the inferior colliculus, and then from there it goes on to the medial geniculate nucleus of the thalamus. All right, so here again we still see the MLF pathway. And this is the periaqueductal gray. Okay, so this will show up a little better next time, but this is the cerebral aqueduct. Remember that the periaqueductal gray is important for pain. And then up here we have the trochlear nerve. Only nerve that exits the dorsal surface